Hey guys, what's going on? Vincent with Fit to Succeed, NASM certified personal trainer, strength enhancement specialist, fitness nutrition specialist. I think that's the name of it. Excuse the hair, just finished working out. And while I was working out, I was thinking about when people start to lose weight. I'm gauging this towards weight loss just because that's one main thing we want to do. I wanted to create kind of like a checklist like I did for bench pressing, but for weight loss. So this can be geared towards beginners mainly, especially if you're just starting and don't know what to do, because there's so many people out there that don't know exactly what to do. There's an abundance of information that's like being thrown at you left and right, and it could be scary and it could discourage us. So what I'm going to explain is how I explain it to all my clients. First off, you have to understand that this is a long game, basically meaning it's a lifestyle. I'm not saying you're gonna follow a specific diet like a keto or a low carb or high carb diet for the rest of your life, but I'm saying you need to eat within moderation for the rest of your life. You need to understand that you're gonna be working out for the rest of your life. Now, on the back of me, I have my checklist, so let's get into it. Really hope you guys can see it. If not, I'll try to put things up on the screen. So yeah, let's get into the video. Cue intro. Alright, so we're gonna go over our weight loss plan. Looking at the screen, everything's kind of flipped. I hope it flips back when you're watching it. So with our weight loss plan, we have our 3 steps that are very important that I think everybody should understand. Step 1 is the mentality, is how are you gonna approach it mentally? So mentally, you need to understand it is hard, right? You're gonna have more bad days than good days, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna be discouraging. So before you attempt to work out, you need to understand that this is stupid. It's gonna suck. There's gonna be bad days. You're gonna have good days. You're gonna be excited when you see improvements, but they're gonna be like small minutes compared to like hours of training. So mentally, you need to prepare yourself how hard it is, especially if you are someone that's 300, 400, 500 pounds. It's a lot harder for you because simple things like tying your shoes or getting up off of a chair is difficult. So mentally understand it's gonna suck, it's gonna be hard. Treat it like a job that you do not like. You gotta get there, get your paycheck and get out. Get there, bust your ass and get out. You need to treat it like a job in some cases. Now, we're gonna go over our workout plan, okay, and our diet. I always put workout before diet, even though ideally it should be backwards. I do it this way just because I find it works more towards people that I've run into. So hopefully it works for you guys as well. Let's go ahead and get into our workout plan. It is very important that you choose something that is fun. There are so many exercise programs to follow based on your equipment, what you have and don't have, your location, your time, your effort. There's so much programs out there. So make sure it doesn't necessarily matter which one you choose because they will all work over time. What matters is you pick something you enjoy. And the way to do that is you do it in increments or blocks, however you want to call it. So essentially pick a program, follow that for 2 months. I've run into situations where I've paid for programs that I just don't like. They're not fun for me. So I stop in the middle of the program and pick something new. Now for someone like me, it's possible just because I've developed the habits of working out already. So it's not that big of an issue on me. But for you, if you're just starting out, pick a workout plan, stick with it for 2 months. All it is 8 weeks. All right, that's it. It sounds like a long time, but it's gonna fly by so quick. Based on your experience with that workout program, you can choose another or continue to do it. So number 2 is gonna be your main compound lifts. Your main compound lifts are gonna be your squat, bench press, deadlift, and overhead press. When you're picking your fun program that you're gonna follow, you need to, I personally suggest that everybody should lift weights because the more muscle you have, the less fat you have. More muscle burns more fat, which is where the weights come from. So make sure, this is if you have equipment, okay? Make sure if you're choosing something fun, it includes your squat, your bench press, your deadlift, and your overhead press. These are main compound movements because you are literally using your whole body to complete these exercises. And the better you get at these exercises as far as form and technique, the stronger you're gonna feel in the long run when you're taking on newer programs that have heavier weight or more repetitions, lower weight, muscle endurance, all that fun stuff. So make sure it's something fun, and make sure it includes those main compound lifts if you have the equipment for them. If not, maybe look into purchasing a gym membership and going from there. You got to start slow. Okay, so start slow basically means I always recommend starting 3 days a week. It's very, very common when people are starting their workout program, they want to jump into it 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, every single day for an hour each of those days. It's discouraging because after the first day, you're so freaking sore, you don't even want to move. On top of that, you got your family, your kids, your work, you got everything you have to do daily, but now you're just sore as hell. So I always recommend start with 3 days a week and do that for 2 months until your body gets used to it. Then think about including 1 day after those 2 months or to that month. And then after another month or two, include another day, then now you're at 5 days a week. You need to understand it's a long game. If you just jump straight into a 5-day heavy lifting program, high intense program, you're gonna get hurt, especially if you're a beginner. And once you get hurt, now you can't work out. Now you gotta wait however long it takes, depending on your injury. It can be 2 weeks to 6 months. It can even be up to a year based on your injury. No matter how fast you're improving with your workouts, don't get overexcited. Lifting, working out, exercising, it's all about mental discipline, mental toughness, and understanding that, okay, I need to slow down even though I'm improving. Okay. Now, what I recommend is a push-pull legs day. So a push-pull legs day is great, or a great workout program. You can schedule it 3 days a week or even 6 days a week. And it's a great beginner's thing because it focuses on your main compound lifts as well as isolations such as curls. But just make sure no matter what program you do, it's roughly an hour so you can get your muscle endurance. But in that hour, you're including a 5 to 7 minute warm up. Get on the treadmill for like 5 minutes and go for a walk at a nice pace. Go for a jog at a nice slow pace. Your warm up is not supposed to feel like an exercise. If you're feeling out of breath, if you're feeling tired already just after your warm up, then you need to slow yourself way down and then build yourself up again. Your warm up again is not supposed to be part of it's not supposed to feel like a workout. It's just used to get your muscles going, get them used to working. So now we're gonna get into the diet, which is the most important, but also the hardest. Now with your diet, the way I explain it to a lot of my clients who they're just starting out, they never followed a diet plan. I tell them, don't go online and look for a diet plan. Just whatever you're eating, eat half of that. Now up here it says, eat half, but not really. Basically that means, yeah, you're gonna eat half of everything, but it's gonna be considered moderation. So for example, if you eat 4 tacos every day, cut that down to 2 tacos and drink water. If you eat 8 slices of pizza, cut that down to 4 slices of pizza. Don't focus on specifically jumping straight into healthy eating right away. Because if you naturally have high sugar diets or high carb diets, especially the bad carbs, you're gonna go through withdrawals. You're gonna crave it even more. So you wanna just kind of wean yourself off a lot slower. If you jump straight into a 100% healthy diet and you are not mentally prepared, then you're gonna just fall back and you're gonna regress all the way back down to eating unhealthy. So just start slow, eat half of whatever you're eating, cut down your unhealthy foods in moderation, and do that for about a month. Just a month straight. Okay, I cut down my calories, I'm already working out, so you should be losing weight naturally. Yeah, it's unhealthy food you're still eating, but it's less unhealthy food. Your body's getting used to eating less of these unhealthy foods. On the days you work out, ideally 3 days a week, on each of those days you're working out, you're only gonna have 1 salad for like lunch, breakfast, dinner, something. Squeeze in 1 salad. It can be a chicken salad, right? It can be a veggie salad. Just make sure you squeeze in 1 salad on those 3 days. So essentially that's 3 salads a week. And the reason for the salads is you're having greens in it. Odds are naturally we don't have enough greens in our diet. So the salad is gonna kind of get us used to our body realizing, okay, we're starting to eat greens more. So let's use those greens because they're meant to clean out your system, right? So make sure those 3 days you're slowly just kind of weaning yourself off the unhealthy foods a little bit, or the amount of unhealthy foods, and you're also squeezing in a salad for those days that you're working out. Goddamn, here's another. You want to squeeze 8 to 10 of these a day, roughly one every hour, one every 2 hours, depending how long your day is. The reason for that is I think 8 or 10, I don't remember, is a gallon, right? Now, some of us, if we just sit back and think like, okay, how many bottles do I really drink a day? I've heard it all the time. Oh, I only drink like 2 or 3 of them a day. Okay, you're really dehydrated. So your goal is to, now don't just jump straight into drinking a lot of water. You're gonna feel really full, bloated. You're gonna use a restroom a lot, especially if you're at work. So if you only just kind of think, okay, how many do I usually drink a day? Oh, I drink 3 a day. Okay, well, let's go to 5 a day. After 5 a day, let's add 7, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and you just take your time. Don't rush it, even though you're excited about losing weight. All right, so after doing this progress for 1 to 3 months, it can even be after 1 month, because our bodies are meant to adapt to what we are putting our bodies through. And now, after about a month or 2 months, or when you physically and mentally feel ready for it, the days you work out, you're still on your 3 days a week program. The 3 days a week that you work out, those days only, you're going to eat healthy foods, healthy meals, 100%. You're not gonna have any bad foods, none of that. 100% healthy meals. So let's go something simple, boring, chicken, brown rice, and broccoli, right? It's boring, it's healthy, but it works. And of course, you're still eating in moderation. You're not overindulging yourself. And then after you include those 3 healthy meals a day, while you're including those 3 healthy meals a day, you're gonna educate yourself. Educate yourself on calorie counting. It is so simple. The problem is just getting it done. That's the hardest part, doing it, which is why we read mentally before we even started this, right? There's so many videos, YouTube tutorials and all that. Try to find a short one that just breaks it down very quickly. Don't worry so much about macros. Just worry about getting your calories. An average calorie count is 1,500 calories a day. It's very average, 12 to 1,500. So figure out how to count calories, and don't do it, just learn it, study it, understand it. And when you feel confident about it, then on the days you're working out, which is your 3 days, 4 days, or however long you've been working out, the days you work out is when you figure out, okay, this is how many calories I need to lose weight. Those are the amount of calories I'm gonna eat on my workout days. Your non-workout days, we're not worried about that. On my workout days is when I'm worried about it. So as you can see, we're slowly progressing up the ladder of weight loss, learning everything we can learn about fitness and diet and all that. That's very important, slow progressions. Right? And the days you don't work out, they don't have to be super healthy, but it is important you don't exceed the calories you're supposed to have. If you just use these quick tips, and just kind of it's all mental, it really is. If you don't enjoy what you do, you're not gonna stick to it. Think about a job. You don't enjoy your job, you're already looking for another job. You're applying other places because you don't like it. The same thing goes with working out, but at the same time, treat it like a job. This is just how I explain it to my clients. And if you want me just to give you a quick cookie cutter program where you can follow the exercises, sets, and reps, I can do that. Just shoot me a comment and I'll just send it to you. Very easy to follow. You can use free weights or machines. All right, guys, so I want to stress this before we end the video is a lot of things like if you ever heard of The Biggest Loser, or like just in my clients alone that I've seen, is they start 100% healthy eating, 100% dedicated diet. The problem is they're not mentally disciplined for the long game, which means they get what they want, they get where they want to be in 3 to 6 months time, but then they're like, okay, well, I got here, that was my goal, now what am I gonna do? So then they go, oh, I worked really hard, I'm gonna treat myself. And then they start going back down the ladder that they worked so hard to get up, which is why you gotta understand it as a long game. You need to understand, I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life. That doesn't mean you have to stick to the same workout or diet program for the rest of your life, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be changing your program. You're going to be changing your diet based on what you like or what you don't like, and you're going to find new things you like and don't like, and you're just going to be constantly changing. I would just say if you're going to constantly change, just do it over 1 to 3 months. After 1 month, you can change your completely program around, or you can last for 3 months and then change your program. But always study the program, always study what your diet is, have a plan for it, and then stick to that plan. Easier said than done, but again, that comes with the mental toughness, and you're not going to be mentally tough the first 3 months, to be honest. You're going to be all over the place. So it just comes with time. Don't stress it. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what any fancy, rich, high efficient trainer says about it. Start slow. If you don't start slow, you're going to ruin it. You're going to go back to the way you were, and it's going to suck. You're going to be depressed. You're going to get discouraged. You're not going to want to work out anymore because, oh, I did it once and it worked, but it didn't work because I didn't stick to it. Well, you weren't mentally ready. You didn't understand it's a long game. It is a lifestyle. If you guys like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Description is going to have social media links. It's going to have Teespring apparel, Fit to Succeed stuff. Yeah, give it a share. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you think. Blah, 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 bullshit, yada. Thanks. We'll see ya.